In this video, I want to do two examples of the H model, so you have a good intuition behind it. You'll have the theoretical foundation. So let's say we have initial growth of 20% and the terminal growth is 5%, and the years of initial growth will be 3 years. So what that means is the dividend growth rate is going to be 20% in year 1, 20% in year 2, and 20% in year 3, because we have 3 years of initial growth. It's the H means half-life, so we have 3 years or half of the time at the high growth, the initial growth, and then by year 6 we're down to 5%, and it's going to stay 5% forever after that. So in the non-constant model, you're at 20%, then you drop down to 5 for no reason. But in the H model, it says let's go down slowly. So we're going to go 20, we're going to step down to 5. Well, how would you do that? If you want to go in smooth steps from 20 to 5, you would go 15% and then 10%. That's kind of easy to see, but what's the math you actually did for that? We said the step size was equal to 20 minus 5 divided by 3, because you're going from a height of 20 down to a height of 5 in 3 steps, so step size is 5%. Well, the amount you have in year 4, that's going to be 20 minus 5 is 15. This is going to be 15 minus 5, and this is going to be 10 minus 5. So you're taking the previous one and you're subtracting 5. Well, what's another way to think about that? Well, let's look at it this way. Let me erase these and say, well, what's really happening here is at this point I've taken one step. In year 4 I've taken one step times the step size of 5, and I was at 20. So that 15 right here is 20 minus 1 times 5. This 10, that's equal to 20, my initial. Now I'm down 2 steps, and my step size is 5. How do I know I'm down 2 steps? I'm at year 5. I started stepping down at year 3. Well, this 5%, that's equal to 20. My initial, minus I've gone 3 steps now. 1, 2, 3 steps. So 6 minus 3 is my 3 steps times my step size of 5. Alright, so that's the math that you have to do. You have to take that kind of slowly. So let's think about another example for this. Let's say our initial growth was 33%. Our terminal growth was 5%. We had 4 years of initial growth. That means I'm at 33, 33, 33, 33, and down by here I'm at 5. Well, it's a little harder to see that right off the bat. So what I can do is I can think about my step size right here. I can say that's equal to 33 minus 5, that's 28, divided by 4. So my step size is 7. So this should be 26, 19, 12, and then 5. So my growth goes down slowly over time. Well, how did I get this number? I'm saying that this 26 is equal to 33, that's where I start, minus, I took one step. I mean, year 5, I started stepping down in year 4, so that's one step, times my step size of 7. Well, this 19, that's equal to 33, that's where I started, minus, I've gone down 2 steps, right, because I'm in year 6 and I started stepping down in year 4, times 7. That gets me to the 19, and then 12 is equal to, I started at 33, minus 7 minus 4. I've taken 3 steps now, and those steps have been a size of 17. That gets me down to 12, and finally, I'm at 5. That's 33 minus 7. I'm sorry, not 7. Minus, I've taken 4 steps, 8 minus 4, times 7. If I continue to do this, I'm going to put in 9 and 10, draw this timeline out. This is going to take me down to minus 2 and minus 9, but I want to stay at 5. So I know, just in my head, that I'm never going to go below 5, so I'm going to be at least 5. So the max of 5 are the formula. And that's where I have to get into Excel. So when you want to do this in Excel, the first thing you need to do is do it on a piece of paper really slowly, have a good understanding, and then move to Excel. So that's what we're going to do in the next video.